I wish that I could animate different types of medias, such as 2D, 3D, and stop motion.
If only there was an application for it.
Hello listeners, today I will be presenting about how I made this project with my group mates called Life of a Mad Scientist, or LOAMS for short, using mixed medias in Clip Studio Paint. As the representative of the group, I, Kasumaira, we will be talking about the objectives of this project. Life of a Mad Scientist follows Axel, a half-robot, half-humanoid figure who lost his memories in an accident, who now faces a new challenge where a scientist rebuilt him back up so they could go on adventures. The main objective of this story is to promote the usage of mixed media, such as 3D animation, 2D animation, and stop motion animation. With the rise of animation, it is important to dive into these types of medias to invoke creativity and wonder in the younger generation, as to not let the tradition die out. Many medias nowadays do not use 2D and stop motion, as 3D seems simpler. 2D animation and stop motion has a flair towards it, and many viewers nowadays want to see more of the traditional ways of making animation, whether it's stop motion or 2D animation. This can help create more recognition to our country if we were to use more 2D animation and stop motion. This project also serves to promote the usage of Clip Studio Paint, as it was mainly used to create the animation project. A student can download the app from their website and purchase it using the student discount.
It is fairly easy to make an animation in Clip Studio Paint. First, we have to make a file in Clip Studio Paint. And then, immediately you have to click on the animation file on Clip Studio Paint. If you cannot find the timeline window, just go to the windows above here, and then you can click on it and get timeline. You can create multiple animation folders for your project, doesn't matter how many. This is an example of mine that we did for Life of a Mad Scientist. You can choose as much frames as you wish for the project. However, the folders are usually used for frame per second. There is another way to use for keyframe for a much more quicker and smoother animation. How to use the keyframes in the animation is by going to the top left corner and clicking on the animation panel. Then you will click on the 2D folder, where you will then put your drawing inside the folder in the layers. By then, when you go to the timeline, you will see little diamond shapes that you can use as the keyframes. You can adjust these to however you like, whether it is by slow in, slow out, or make it jump. Well, that was a blast. Thank you so much for tuning in on the presentation, and I hope you and your friends have learned a thing or two on the project and on Clip Studio Paint itself. Thank you.